So Sandra, hi.
Hi, Clara.
I'm so happy you said yes to have a hot beverage with me, even though you're a bit sick.
I have a hot
What are you
beverage.
drinking?
It's coffee. See, it's
a cup.
the other way around. It's time for coffee. So I already drank like 3 teas today, but now it's time for coffee.
Okay, very good. And I'm having some tea. So because I already had my coffee in the morning. I would like you are also a van lifer. You had a really nice experience with van life in Latin America, and now you're building a new one. And that's actually how we found each other. And just for everyone who's listening, like, it's so funny that Sandra, and is it your husband, right? Yeah, you got married and you went to honeymoon, and her husband are making the build in the same town that I'm originally from. So it's just the proof of how the world is really small.
And he's from the same town.
And he is also, yeah. And now you can maybe just introduce yourselves, like, for everyone who is seeing you for the first time.
Yeah, sure. So yeah, hi, I'm Sandra. And my husband is Boyan, but he's, behind the camera. So yeah, we are just a regular couple who love van life, who love travel, who love adventures. And I've been running like a travel blog since 2017. And then we were both working in corporate jobs, and we decided to get married and quit our jobs. We saved some money and we went for a year-long honeymoon to go around the world. And yeah, we've been traveling around with Central America first, and then soon realized we are kind of too old for backpacks, and like we don't want to be on the buses whole day. And we decided to actually buy a van and travel with a van with South America. Maybe at this point I have to say like one short story, like from our first day when we met, because many people thought that this was our first van, like in South America. Mm-hmm. But actually we met on a ski trip that was organized by his friend, who was my co-worker. So like, in the morning, one guy came and he had like a van, and like I was supposed to sit with him in the van. I was like, okay, yeah, whatever, And I asked him, hey, is this your van? And he said like, yeah, that's my van. I was like, why do you have a van? And he was like, well, because I'm biking. I said, oh, okay. And I was like asking him, what kind of biking, And he said, mountain biking. And I was like, I have a mountain bike too, And then the rest was the history.
And wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and I was listening for a couple of years that I only took him because of the van. So, so this was our first van. We were just going, like on a bike trips during the weekend, or on a like vacation with the van, and not too much. And then the second van was actually the real van life in South America. Okay, we missed our van when the first van when we sold it. So yeah, this was like
I remember you telling me when we met that you missed the van so much you decided to actually change the plans, right? It was not originally your plan to have a van.
No, it was originally just to to go backpacking and to go from all the way from Cuba to down to the Argentina. And then we were like we were in Costa Rica or Nicaragua. And we're like, okay, that's enough. We won't be going. I would like to have more freedom, not just think all the time about the buses. And so we started to search for the vans. Even though we knew it might be a bit better to, buy a SUV, but we were just like always the van person, So it's like, yeah, it has to be a van. And then we couldn't find a van in Colombia because we just wanted to go down, So just to buy a van in Colombia and travel towards the south. So, and then at the end, we found a van in Chile, which is the opposite way. And it's quite popular to buy a van as a foreigner in Chile. We found it through Facebook groups. We bought it from 2 travelers from Netherlands. And yeah, we just flew from Costa Rica directly to Santiago. And we still had to wait for the van because it was still traveling around Patagonia when we arrived in Chile. So yeah,
that's actually the thing that surprised me when we talk, because like for me, I had no knowledge about how to buy a van as a European in like South America. And then you told me that actually it's like an agency by some Israeli who do all the paperwork for you, and that you like have a not
like a work permit. I mean, you have their text
address
number. You get the text number,
yeah,
which was super cool as well, because Boyan then got many discounts for many like museums or national parks, because he was kind of considered somebody with the residence. So yeah,
that is so cool. Like it
yeah.
really gave me this idea that it's possible, because I don't know, if you don't do any research, sometimes I have a feeling, you know, oh, it must be so difficult to, how can you even travel with a van in South America?
Yeah, imagine that we were chatting about this, that we didn't actually research anything about traveling with a van, because in this case we could take our dog with us.
Yeah,
you know, we were just thinking, yeah, that's not possible. You know, we weren't
exactly.
ever thinking about van life like outside of Europe. And then when you realize how easy it is, and looking back now, I mean, traveling with a van in Latin America and in Europe, I mean, it's so much better and so much easier in Latin America. It's just, you know, it's allowed. There are huge areas. I mean, it's similar, I guess, in North America, but Europe, it's more cramped, you know.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So you have to be a bit more careful. I mean, have more things on mind. And there was, yeah, it was so easy.
Okay. And now you have actually the third one in the making. Is it fourth? Wait, yeah, one in Slovenia, one in Latin America, and this, but where is
then we came back and we immediately like, okay, we were broke, we spent our money, you know, we started to work, and we were like missing the van life so much that we bought like one really cheap van.
Okay.
Like old one. It was Peugeot, I guess. Yeah, but anyway, it doesn't matter. And so we said we're just gonna like renovate, convert it like on a budget, and this will be our like a trial run for the, you know, the real thing. And then, okay, first thing, Boyan always wanted 4x4. And then really quickly he and I mean, we both realized that converting a van and doing all the paperwork in Slovenia, it's so complicated, you know, and it's like, oh my God. And he said, I don't want to do this twice, you know.
Oh, of course. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So we threw in like in a couple of weeks, simple insulation, just did, you know, like some woodwork and installed a simple bed. So we were like able to travel. And we had like a kitchen. My parents borrowed me their kitchen from the camp, you know. And so
really basic, really just
really basic, but it was okay because we weren't traveling so much in 2020, as you know. But it was enough for going for the weekends, and we were able to go out of our municipalities. And yeah, and this one was, I guess, sold last summer. Yeah, when we were waiting for
this one. And this one is really a beast. It's a really, really cool van. How did you decide on the model of the van? It's a Sprinter, right? Mercedes.
Yeah, it's Sprinter.
What was the thing that you were like, we want Mercedes Sprinter?
This would probably be Boyan better for this question. Well, anyway, as I told you, he wanted 4x4. So we were already limited by, okay, let's do it 4x4. Okay. And then we were just researching like the vans that have for 4x4. So they were like Fiat Ducato, I think it was again the Peugeot, and another one, I think, and the Sprinter. And we were comparing what kind of features they have. I mean, Boyan was comparing. For me, the van is van. I think I could also go with the normal one. I think the main decision, the main thing that why he decided for a Sprinter was that he didn't like that automatic 4x4, right, Boyan?
Yeah.
So here, this is the last, I think the last vans from the Sprinter ever that have manual, you know, like from going from 2x to 4x4. I'm not a technical person, so yeah. So this was, I think, the main thing, because we went to the shops, we talked with the shops for selling these vans, and at the end we realized it's not, you know, the price difference is again not so big, so we decided to go with this one. And he always liked it. I mean, I always liked it as well, but I liked all vans, so yeah. But when it came, I was like, oh my God, yeah, that's a beast. That's good.
I remember when I saw it at the driveway, and it's just like so cool and so high also.
Yeah, and I'm small, so maybe that's why.
And you have a small dog, so.
Yeah, we have for now, hopefully we are gonna get another one. It's gonna be bigger. Yeah, so it's gonna be 4 of us in the van.
That is so cute, really cute.
Yeah.
Well, by all the things that you said up till now, like, you are the OG van lifer. So I'm always very inspired. You already had 4 vans and you traveled so much. And for me, the question is, why the van life? What is the van life to you that is like so good and so important that you keep coming back to it, and that now you're renovating like Mercedes Sprinter?
Oh, that's a good question. I think, I mean, okay, I will start with one thing. I love traveling. I love going from one place to another. I love exploring new cultures. I don't like planes, actually. So
I saw it in one blog post that you don't like planes.
No, I really don't like them. I'm like always terrified. I don't know why. I mean, if I would go down, it would be much quicker than many other things. So yeah, but anyway, so I prefer going like travel on the road, if possible. That's one thing. No, but I think the main thing is the freedom that it gives you. I'm not a planner. I would like to have things planned, because my anxious soul, it's like, oh, maybe I would need to know where I'm going, but I'm too lazy to do it. So this is how we always travel. That's why we decided, at the last minute to buy a van there. So this you can do when you have your own vehicle. You don't need to plan your buses. You don't need to plan your vacation. Vacation or the rentals, because usually when we do go like with Airbnb or booking, we are just doing it the last like 1 hour before, and like we're all nervous. So you can go to the places that you probably wouldn't go, because more and more than I think we're getting older, we are not that interested in top 10 things,
Yeah.
For example, we are going, in 2 days we are going to US, and if we are gonna go to New York City, of course we're gonna go to see Statue of Liberty, but honestly I'm more interested in going to local breweries.
To get some experience that are not like that future.
You should see Boya now. He's like this now. because there are a few museums that I always like to go, because I like museums, and he's not like a museum person. Okay. So he's like putting up with me, but I'm really looking forward to breweries. That's so cool. Well, yeah. So this is the other thing. For example, in the places where there are such huge distances, we were able to see so many things, able to experience so many things that we wouldn't be able to otherwise. For example, we stayed with the couple that we are going to visit now in the US. We stayed 3 days on salt flats in Bolivia, like alone, completely alone, just sitting, doing nothing.
Oh, wow.
So these are kind of experience that I don't think you can beat with the not having your own transportation.
Yeah.
And then I guess also you don't need so many things. Like, for example, it's like, I think when it's 2 things, it's small, it's like it's tiny, so it's like a other kind of living, but on the other hand, everywhere you go, you have your house with you. So anything you need to have with you. It's it's more convenient, I think. I'm so tired of packing, moving, now and then. For example, now when we are converting a van, we are like spending a lot of time in Bojan's hometown, and we live in Ljubljana, so it's all the time moving, all the time. And when you have a van, it's just like, you have basic stuff in there, and it's like,
it's true. It's your home, safe home with all the necessities.
Yeah, and to be honest, I wouldn't mind. I was just saying this to Bojan like a couple of weeks ago. I wouldn't mind like going and live again for a couple of years this way, because I have a job like that enables me this at the moment.
Okay.
He's a bit different than me. He wouldn't be able to go again for that long, he said. But so I got really upset, but then I was thinking that he was saying that even 6 months is not possible. But then I realized 6 months is still okay for him. So yeah, I'm holding him for that.
6 months is a nice period. You can experience.
I would really love to go to explore the States, one day for a couple of months, and to ship the van there. or yeah, anywhere where you can go for a bit longer time.
That is so nice. I wanted to return back a bit to your honeymoon because I find it so fascinating. Like, people go for honeymoons like for 2 weeks, and then you were just like, let's go for almost a year. Why not? And I was just curious, besides the obvious that you had a van and you traveled this way because you really wanted to, what was that one country that really intrigued you, that was so amazing for you?
Oh,
because you did 3 continents, right?
Yeah. Can I say 3 countries?
Yes, of course. If you explain why those 3.
Yeah. So I've been in many countries in Latin America. We've been, and I think the top country there was like Argentina. I don't know what is it about Argentina, but we just fell in love with it. It's kind of laid back. The people are friendly. I mean, like warm. For example, we spent in Chile more time, and we love Chile, and we feel at home in Chile, but the people were a bit more reserved. So I think this is, and then it was like, the nature is amazing. The food was amazing. We tasted what is now our favorite wine ever. I don't think I have it right now. Yeah, but yeah, Argentinian wine is now our favorite wine. So yeah, it was just, I don't know, every place we went in Argentina, it was like better than the other. It was just like kind of great feeling, and we can't wait to go back.
Okay.
So this was there. And then it was New Zealand, because it's so, I don't know, so everything. It's so green. People are so kind. There is no, I mean, I won't say there is no crime there, but I mean, it just felt like such a, country that really offers you everything. Like, it's not too crowded. It has so many outdoorsy things to do, like, from mountain biking to trekking to whatever it is. There are no bears there. I really love there are no bears.
Oh, really?
There. Yeah, I don't like bears, so going with bikes I'm super scared every time. And yeah, so no beasts in New Zealand.
Okay.
I mean, everything, and I think it had it's like Ireland with a kind of tropical vibe, so it's just, for example, we could live there. Like, we were talking and we couldn't just move and live there. So it was that kind of a country.
Okay.
And then it's not really a country. We spent a month towards the end. We spent at Bali, which is part of Indonesia. And I don't know why, because it's so overcrowded in general. It's so touristy.
It's very popular.
Yeah, but it's one of my favorite places in the world. I've been there before, and yeah, it's one of my favorites everywhere. I mean, I could go to Bali like for a month every year.
Okay.
Not going there in the center of the crowds, but we were just like renting a villa. In the middle of rice fields. We had like our motorbike. We were just going around and
so nice.
We were eating. Yeah. Now that I think of, you usually just eat a lot when you travel.
Of course. I mean, especially in Asia, of course you eat all the time.
Yeah, I mean, also, I forgot to mention America. I mean, I don't like meat too much. I just eat it like rarely, but their steaks are like oh my God.
Oh, your favorite.
Yeah. Okay. The best steaks in the world.
That's so interesting. What is like?
Oh, did I say America? Sorry, he was saying it's Argentina, not America.
Yeah, I thought because you are going to America now, that you thought that maybe America is like on the fourth.
No, sorry, it was Argentina. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. While you were like having all this experience in van life, did you get these questions of how do you shower, how do you use the toilet? Did you find them annoying? How is the whole perception on this? Because sometimes I have a feeling that people are mostly interested in that, like just how you do basic things in a van.
Because I think we are all, we are not all the same, we are different. So I have friends like who are at the same time super fascinated at what we did, but they just told me, hey, I would never be able to do that because I need my super clean toilet and shower. And I was like, yeah, I understand you. Yeah, sure. So we've got questions, but I guess there weren't too many. I mean, they were usually asking about these basic things. Yeah.
Like in a nice way.
Yeah, in a nice way, not bothering. But, to be honest, like in South America, I didn't miss not having even a toilet in the van. Mm-hmm. Because again, it's so big, that you're able to do everything in the right way, of course. So, but it's the only unpleasant thing, it was like when you had to pee in the middle of the night, and I was thinking, oh, will now the mountain lion eat me or not? So I have this problem with big animals.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, otherwise not. And it wasn't too hot, so it's like you're just showering every couple of days. It's like we had like this internal joke. You just shower 2 times and the week is around. How does it go fast?
No, it's true. Times fly. Like I also noticed, like 3 days pass and it's like, oh, I think it's time to shower, and you don't even think meanwhile that, oh, I haven't showered every day. So I also don't find it as such a big problem. And in the new van, will you include the bathroom, or I think you mentioned you will do it later, probably?
It's debatable. Yeah, we will decide. Debatable. Yeah, I mean, we are definitely preparing a space for for a toilet, and it will be a closet for now, and then we'll decide if we really want it or not. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Yeah. And you are also writing a blog. You have quite some posts on it. Maybe, and you said you started in 2017?
Yeah, I think it was the end of 2017, and I was blogging quite regularly until I think until summer 2020. And now it's like on a pause I keep wanting to going back, because I have so much material. I have so many photos. I mean, we still traveled quite a lot in the past years. And I don't know, I'm finding excuses. I mean, I miss blogging, actually.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you a bit like why you started, what was the original idea behind it, if you tell us more about it. Also, you have like an Instagram account where you share quite a lot about your new build, and probably also before I even met you. So if you just tell me a bit, why are you doing this? What is your why?
I think I was maybe in primary school still, or like the beginning of high school, when I was thinking since I was little, I wanted to travel, and always my wish was that I would be actually traveling and writing about it, like since I can remember, so and it was like, oh, maybe I should be a journalist, I don't know what, maybe something like this. So but my path went the other way, and I kind of suppressed that wish, forgot about it. And then when this blog started to emerge, I was like reading them. I was so fascinated by them. I really wished I could go to travel like for a year at least once in my life. I'm gonna tell a little secret. I found my diary from when I was 7 years old, and there I wrote with big letters, "I want a boyfriend who loves to travel." That is
the cutest. The cutest.
No, that's kind of, oh my God.
Manifestation at its best.
So yeah, and I didn't really think it's gonna happen, but then when we met Boyan, he was like, he's not as travel obsessed as I am, but he likes adventures and he likes to try new things. So he was never like opposed to the idea. So because I think, and I tried. I was starting to research blogs, and it's like, maybe I could write this too, just to try. How does it go? And oh my God, it was like a lot of sweat, a lot of tears, I'm not a tech person. I was crying, behind the computer. It's like when you realize that blogging is just such a little part, writing of everything, it's like, I don't know how to set up a website. It's like so many things. I almost gave up at the beginning. But then it somehow picked up during the travels, because I had time, nothing
and probably a lot of inspiration, a lot of like motivation to share the cool stuff that happened.
And I'm kind of, it's not always a good thing, definitely not. I'm sometimes too much perfectionist, so I wanted to learn things. I don't like things I don't understand, so I started to learn about SEO. I started to learn about the website design, all kinds of things. Like I was taking courses. I take many courses for nothing in my life, so it's just because I just like to learn new things. And when I started to learn these things, they kind of started to interest me. Hey, that's so much fun, it's not just so yeah. It was like I started to monetize blog towards the end of our travels, not much, but just like to cover its own expenses, which I thought was great. I was happy, when people were reading. And I was even thinking to go like more, not really full time, but to go more into that before the COVID hit. But then it just tanked everything.
Yeah.
And as you know, I didn't want to give up on my newly acquired skills, so I just went into that kind of business.
Yeah. No, but COVID really changed, I think, for a lot of like travel content creators and stuff. Really changed a lot of things at that period. I wanted to ask you why the name BlueMarble Vagabonds. Where did the name come from?
I remember we were sitting on a couch like after work, and it was like, what would be the name of the blog? I mean, everything is already taken. I don't want to be wondering something. I don't want to be whatever. So I was trying to came up with a name that it's kind of a bit witty, because I'm always like, I don't like to be too serious. We are both kind of silly. So I mean, you know that in Slovenian it kind of sounds also fun. So when I came up with this name, I don't even why. And I told it to boy, and he was like, yeah, that's okay. I mean, after years, maybe I don't think it's the best name ever, but kind of it wouldn't make sense to change it now. So we just kept like BlueMarble Vagabonds. Yeah. Okay. And there's no number on it. So no matter how much family, how many furry kids we have go up and down, so it still kind of fits.
How many kids, how many dogs, who knows? Hey, while you were almost 1 year on your honeymoon, who took care of the dog?
Boy and sister. We trusted with this because she already the Nano, her dog, was every time going there for a vacation, and we had like something shorter to go, so and we were kind of afraid she won't be able to take it. Later we realized that there were enough people who would really love to take, so it wouldn't be a problem at all.
Such a cute dog.
but yeah, so this was a really nice experience for them. And later when Nano, she was like, oh, maybe I don't want to give Nano back, you know. So, and then later they got their own dog, which was great.
That is so cute. Wow. Yeah. That is really nice. Did you want to say something?
Yeah, I just remember something else from our name, actually. So yeah, okay. You know, the vagabond, the other thing. So since I can remember, my mom is telling me, not in a maybe that good way, but I'm a vagabond. So it was like, yeah, I am, okay. So I think this was kind of natural part of the name.
Okay.
And we are kind of both fall into this spirit, you know. We kind of like, yeah, we are vagabonds. Yeah, we are always not too serious, just doing something, fooling around, and yeah.
That's really nice.
That's what I wanted to add.
Okay. I wanted to talk just a bit more about the renovation of your van, because we chat sometimes on Instagram, and sometimes you told me that there is a plan when you renovate, and then the execution usually takes much longer, and the plans go much differently than you thought, and the price is usually higher than what you thought. So just tell me a bit about this process. How are you renovating and stuff about it?
So yeah, renovation. My wish, again, as a perfectionist, oh my god, and everything would be to have a plan, you know, okay, to have like a design plans, like have them written down, what we will do, where we will do, and I need to see things to, you know, to have like an idea. One is the opposite way. He just needs to do it, and if he then he will do it again. So I think our build is somewhere in between, you know. We talked, we had a general plan how it will look, how will the build go, but then I think we're just like kind of going with the flow. We decided that his exterior is his and interior is mine, so that's why we don't have like a ruggy looked well, because I really like the bright space and like feeling cozy and homey. So yeah, we just most of the job he's doing. I'm doing. I mean, I'm not like the main person at all at the renovation. He's the handyman. This is his hobby. He would probably, if he could, he would be building vans all the time. So I think he's quite talented for this. He simply watches one YouTube video or two, he just goes to the store. I mean, he's anyway the electrical engineer and technical engineer, so he knows what to buy. He just buys it and then he just somehow puts it together. Don't ask me how. Amazing. And then he just tells me, yeah, you can paint this. Okay, I can do painting. That's fun. You can hold this. So I'm just doing the little things and I'm not really pushing myself towards it. And it's going, but it's going always slower than you expect, like you said. I remember it was like, I think it was 2 months ago or something. He was working on the van like for a week together, and he optimistically came to me and he said, "1 more week and we are finished." Then I was like, "Are you sure?" Well, we aren't finished. We have a long way to go.
Wow. No, but it's impressive. Like you both have full-time jobs and you do this on the side. So it's because it's a lot of work and.
Yeah, we do this on the side whenever we can. So we are. I get cranky sometimes, you know, and then we go like for a weekend or a day somewhere to just get my nomad, you know, thing up to see something. But otherwise, we're just spending weekends inside the van, and we are gonna be doing this probably well into the summer. I'm like watching the old pictures from last year or from when we were traveling, and it's like I want to be back in the van. And then I see your pictures, and I'm like, oh, I already want to be back in the van. When will this be finished?
I mean, you know, it's a give and take, because when it was really nice for us that we could leave on the road immediately because we already bought our van converted. But at the same time, when I watch people do their own build, I'm like, this is so impressive, you know, it's something we would also like to do, because I think you learn so much, and probably also later you appreciate it much more because you actually did it. Like,
yeah,
you know?
that's true. Yeah,
so it's really good.
It's a fun. I mean, it's not like, you know, it's a job. It's still a fun thing to do. So, and when you see how it's coming together, it's kind of, you're proud of yourself, and it's a nice feeling, and you're looking forward to it. And hopefully, like, you know, I mean, our goal is that when we build this van, it's gonna be there like for many, many years.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
it's never ending project, like a house, probably. You can always do something in it, but yeah.
No, it's true. Vans are like never ending. Clement had a conversation with this older guy with a Hummer, you know, Hummers, those really cool old campers. And it was like an old school Hummer. And they made they started talking, and this old guy said that there's always something to do. And even his friend, he bought a brand new Hummer and he has as much work as him. You know, it doesn't matter. It's the old van, it's a brand new van. You always have something to fix, something you can improve, something you want to change. So
yeah, that it fits more to you, I guess. So you can make it yours. So it's always something to do.
Yeah.
But you did a lot of renovations, right? In the past few, like small ones, but it was quite some work.
The biggest one was electricity, which was huge, but the others are smaller ones, and we still have some planned. And it's good because our van is super old, so it's like a playground that you can't really mess it up. You know, whatever we do, it's already so old that I don't know. It just makes me much more calm, because we also have a dog and stuff. And then if something, you know, becomes dirty, my heart hurts less because the things are already really used and stuff. Okay, we've been having this hot beverage for some time now. So maybe for the end, I just wanted to ask you if there are people listening to us, because a lot of times van life is really romanticized, you know, people, even I remember like not long ago when I saw people living in a van, like when I lived in Portugal or stuff, I view it as something like, wow, you know, that's amazing, and that's something I cannot ever be doing, something like this. And then if you have any suggestions for people how to start their van life, or any words of wisdom you would like to share to people who are listening to this.
Any words of wisdom? Well, you know what would be my first advice? Really ask yourself if you're at all interested in this, or you just want to try it because everyone on Instagram is going to try it. I mean, because that would be my first advice. But then if you really would like to, you know, like travel a bit different way, not just go in a hotel or the apartment or whatever, rent out for a week, or find a friend, give us a call. Find a friend who, you know, like has a van, or just, yeah, the rental. It's, I think, the most, I mean, these vans are also like really well equipped. So they all have bathrooms. So you don't need to go to, you know, to the full extreme immediately. And yeah, I guess. And then you just try, maybe like just for a weekend first, especially for people who never planned their vacation by themselves. I mean, it's like, I know, like I was listening to your hot beverage with Clement, and you were explaining that there are a lot of van lifers now that are showing the real part of the van life, but I think it's still not, people still don't know. I mean, they still don't know that I need 2 hours since I wake up and start moving, because, you know, it's like I need to like make coffee, I need to wash the dishes, and I need to find place to go to the toilet. I mean, or maybe I cannot go to the toilet because I'm in the city and I have to hold it up for 2 hours, and I'm super nervous because I need to find the toilet now. So this kind of things, you know, it's still like you need to have them in mind. And if this is your first time, yeah, you should definitely, you know, you should definitely start with renting first. And then if you realize this is something that you like to do, you don't need a van at all. I mean, you can also try with a bigger car. I mean, like we were going on a trips with a caravan car, you know, like it's still, you can still, you can still sleep in camps, and, you know, you can sleep in the car, or I mean, many cars, you know, have enough space to put a bed into it, or then you can start with this kind of longer travel, if this is something that you're really interested in. But definitely start slowly,
and to the point where you're comfortable, because I always agree with you. Like, a lot of times things get so difficult when you have to take care of things. And in Spain, we really, sometimes there was like no water for a really long period of, you know, time, because we didn't move a lot, and then it would take us, I don't know, 40 minutes of drive to get the water. It's so, you know, it really takes the time of your day, and
everything takes time. So it's usually not like, I mean, the point of van lifers, I mean, I think I would say probably 99% of them that I met, we are never really too interested in just seeing the main points and just jumping and just doing ticks. And this is not the sense, I mean, the essential of the van life. So it's something else. And if you're more like for a, I don't know, want to see everything, which is not bad. I mean, this is just different kind of travel. Then maybe you can just do other way and sleep somewhere else. And I remember, you know, I just remembered one, it was like one huge influencer, travel influencer. They're like, you know, couple who like cute, everything looked nice, nothing wrong with it. And they were always like staying in fancy hotels. And I think then they got one collaboration or whatever in, I don't know where it was, in Central America, to travel like with a van for 3 weeks or something. And I could see from the pictures, and, you know, like you never hold a shovel in your hand, you don't know what to do with it, but they were like, you know, and they were really romanticizing the thing. And I was like, oh, this is maybe not the right image you are giving out there. No, it's not that easy, you know, if you never stepped into the mud or go into the nature.
It's something. There are just a lot of ways of doing it. I would agree. Well, with that, I would like to thank you that you joined me to drink your coffee and my tea. I will link all the social media and your webpage down in the description, so people can check out about your travels. You actually have your blog in English too.
As well, and we also have from South America. We actually have YouTube videos. We did a series of YouTube videos from our travel with our Pisco de Van.
That is so amazing. So for all the people interested, I will link it below. Thank you again, and see you hopefully for real coffee soon.
I hopefully see you soon, Clara.
Bye.
Bye.